I care.
Do you though?
I am a someone.
You are someone. I was just buying time. I'm going through my phone real quick. And the boy is going in. He's answering questions. He's going, you know what? Just because you were on point, we're going to start the podcast. If I can find the button.
Listeners, we're very sleepy.
Yes, it's too early in the day.
لعبت علي أنا. خلاص
خلوها. Listen, I'm so sleepy. I took the خلوها because I'm so
Hey, welcome past the Kabsa. It's your boy Ade. What's popping? Episode 182. I checked it earlier. That's why we got it on lock. Shout out to our tens and tens of listeners, tens of viewers. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for following us. Thank you for talking to us. Thank you for being around us.
Thank you.
We appreciate every single one of y'all. Yes, hi. I got the homie Turkish right next to me.
Hey.
I got. Is that this number one? Yeah, that's number one right in front of me.
sleepy.
So, okay, all right, you need to relax. How's your boy doing? What you been up to?
All's good. How are you doing?
Don't throw it back at me. I asked you the question.
No. Flip point.
Okay, you look
was it that way?
Don't do that again.
Robert Lou?
So what you been up to? All right.
Nothing.
It's amazing, bro.
Yep.
I refer you to sleepy.
Trying to remember.
All right, please get some energy. Well, anyway, y'all want to start light or start, get angry at each other? Heavy? Kanye West.
Oof. Oof. That's heavy.
Here's the thing. I have two Yeezys, and now I'm looking at them. Those are investments.
Yeah.
Funny enough, the numbers didn't really go that high.
Whatsoever. I checked I checked the prices right after I heard the news. I'm like, oh, okay, let me see if I can.
It's early days.
And nothing changed.
It's early days.
Whatsoever.
The ones that are already expensive are expensive. The ones that you can just get them, you can get them.
Yeah. But did you watch the interview with the...
okay, how do you guys want to tackle this conversation? Because there's so much into it.
Marra.
There's so much conspiracy theories and shit.
It's like it's...
Conspiracy theories? No, I haven't heard any. That's an interesting take that I need to listen to.
The man is clearly unwell.
He is.
Yo, man, is it me or does Turks look like every single Emirati has a Ferrari?
Dude, it's a look. It's a look. This is my Halloween costume.
If it was a red hat, if it was a Ferrari hat, it would have been on fucking brand.
I got a green Ferrari. It's matching, man.
Yellow interior? Oh my God, don't do this again.
I got the Ninja Turtle.
Anyway, back to Kanye West. Here's the thing. So, we'll get to what he was saying. And what got him in trouble. Okay? Do you feel, seeing Kanye being Kanye for the last couple of years, that this was a play? Or this was an episode that he's going through? Is it a real issue he's been going through? Or is it trying to get out of a contract?
Trying to get out of a contract? Ooh,
yes.
That's an interesting take.
Yes.
That is a very interesting take. No, I was watching the Piers Morgan interview.
Okay.
It was like an hour, 40 minutes. It was a movie.
Yes.
It was a full-on movie with plot twists and everything.
Yes.
I've seen 6 or 7 hours of interviews of Kanye West in the last week. They had the drink champs that they removed, but you can still find it, which I'll get to in a second.
The second drink champs, was it?
Yeah. There's another one with Lex. I think Lex Friedman. Great guy. There was the Piers Morgan, and I think there's another one somewhere. I don't remember where I saw it. But anyway, I think in total, all of it was like 5-6 hours of Kanye talking.
Here's the thing: everything I've learned about Kanye West these past few years has been against my consent.
Okay. Elaborate, please.
Yet you know a lot.
Elaborate.
Exactly. Like I'm what they call terminally online.
Okay, all right.
Like I know everything. Like I've been there. I've been through the whole. Oh, it's kind of fun. Like when he said, "Oh, I actually invented skinny jeans." Oh, Kanye, you're so kooky.
So kooky.
Then the whole Pete Davidson saga. That's the
that was the fun one.
Yeah, that was like when the writers stopped caring. Like, oh, let's try and throw everything at the wall.
Exactly. Let's see what we can do for Hulu now.
Yes, like okay, how can we jump the shark faster? And then like the season finale.
Yes.
The season finale. Oh, like You know who's actually controlling the media, people?
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. I'm like, oh, now it's not fun anymore.
Well, look at okay. Now it became weird.
Now you made it weird. Like it's all fun. It's all fun and games until somebody mentions the Rothschilds. That's my joke. Like when,
okay, let's talk about the Jewish thing, right? It didn't go well for everybody.
You think
It did not go well for everybody.
Really?
No, I'm not talking about only Kanye. I'm talking about everybody. First off, do you remember when we first heard the news that JP Morgan, closed his bank account?
Of course.
Okay. It turns out from, I think I read it somewhere, heard it somewhere, that it was actually, this was before his comments. This was 30 days before.
Oh,
They
so
made that
just-
decision early on, but it
so
just became public around the
it's
same
just
time.
A coincidence.
Exactly.
What they call a confluence of events.
Sure. Okay.
What happened there? I have no idea.
Well, when he said his comments about Jewish people, right? All of a sudden, everyone started coming down on him.
That was the tweet.
No, that was the drink champs.
Okay.
That's why the episode is removed.
Interesting.
Okay.
I didn't watch that one.
Do you want to know? I'll get to that in a second. So, when he made those comments, everybody came down hard on him.
Of course.
Okay. So he started losing all his deals. Balenciaga blocked them, took off everything that they made with Yeezy,
Scorched
removed it from
earth.
all the retail stores, from their websites, from everywhere.
Yeah, scorched earth all over.
Okay. Gap was already planning to separate from Yeezy. Went in and said, "Yo, it's over." Adidas. And then all of a sudden, some influencer, like some
Adidas is a big
billionaire, some billionaire went and attacked Apple and Spotify. Like, you guys have to remove his music. And the CEO of Spotify came around. He was like, "Yo, this is up to his record label, not up to us." He didn't violate.
أسرع مخرج.
ايوه اسرع مخرج فهمت كيف؟ He didn't violate anything فهمت كيف؟ The way that we see it, and this is up to him. فهمت كيف؟ Up to his record label and the people who basically hold his masters, shit like that. So he died super quick. So while all that was happening, the Drink Champs episode was removed, and what came out, we don't know. Like, this is still like, I'm still reading into this. If you upload that episode with that title to your Google Drive, Google removes it.
What? Seriously?
I'm not joking. I just read that this morning.
That is a whole other level.
Like, here's the thing. You're giving the conspiracy people kind of ammunition.
Yes, you actually kind of tell them you're right.
You're right.
We do kind of control everything. That's what you're kind of doing with all these movements. But you need to understand why they would actually make these movements. I think we understand, but for the casual listener, he might not understand. It's because that's how it started. That's how basically Hitler did everything.
Yeah.
He started first by
funny mustache man.
Yes, funny mustache man. What did he do? He made them the enemy. He said they control everything. They attacked them. I think at that time, the reason he made them the enemy is because they were giving, I think, like the lowest interest or no interest on whatever money you're borrowing. And so it was easier to get from them. And so he made them the enemy. And when he made them the enemy, it became okay now. In the same way that the whites did with the whole Muslim and terrorism thing.
Yeah.
Okay? Now it's okay for us to do whatever we want.
It's always the other.
It's always. So they're like, yo, we've been through this before.
I see where this is going.
Where someone came at us and made us the target enemy, and you saw what happened to us. So we're not going to allow it. And I truly believe, as Muslims, we should take a book, a chapter of that fucking book, bro. We should take that fucking chapter where you step on one of us, you step on all of us.
Yeah.
And this way you kind of force the system to be changed. You know what I mean? Don't let people make you the enemy. And that's what they're doing. You're not going to make us be the enemies. Even if we have to talk to everybody and do as much backdoor talking to get you out of all your deals and just to make sure to blackball you, they'll do it. And because they went through what they went through, they're like, yo, it's not going to happen again, no matter what cost. So we will come hard on them. And we will tell everybody to come hard on them. So yes, it does look like they're doing exactly what he's saying, but at the same time, there's a reason that they're doing what they're doing right now.
But graduation, though. like
Fair point. I'll give you that.
But still, keep in mind, even African Americans are having this problem because, of course, he was attacking the Black Lives Matter. He was attacking the organization.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
The organization was shit. They were laundering money. There was a lot of problems. So the organization was shit.
He's attacking Black Lives, the sentiment.
We don't know. You don't know what the hell Kanye is thinking of.
Here's the thing. Like when I remember back in TMZ, there was an interview where he said like 400 whatever years of slavery was like,
That's it was a choice.
It was a choice. I'm like, no, my guy. There's a thing called a whip. There's this thing called
slavery. Actual slavery.
Yeah, there's this thing called lynching.
But look, Kanye's problem has always been. I'm not gonna say his problem because we do not know what's his problem, but he thinks he has the same issue that Shamsi has.
Oh.
All right.
Let's follow this line of thought.
Yes. All right. Well, shout out to Shamsi.
Shout out.
He's not here.
Shout out to Shamsi.
All right.
He's in our hearts.
He thinks that
he's slick.
Yes, yes. Right.
We're gonna we're gonna find out any negative thing and just like
Thank God you said negative. I was waiting on that one. I was like, what do you say? Anyway,
close.
He's not gonna have a problem because I'm comparing him to Shamsi, comparing him to Kanye. So both of them have this thing where they think that no matter what the world is doing, that they can do the opposite and it's fine. You know what I mean? So we're saying, yo,
trailblazer.
For example, the mega hat.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, no, I took this hat. Like what he did with the Confederate flag. That's my flag now.
Yeah.
Thinking that he can just, because I'm doing it, it has to be different. And in reality, no, bro, you look like a dumbass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out to Shamsi for looking like a dumbass. I just realized I put him in the same sentence.
Yeah. Thank you for being an example.
Thank you for being an example.
Thank you for providing us.
I love you, my guy.
Fodder for this comparison.
God. So that's I think the issue that he has. He thinks that I'm Kanye West. I made graduation.
But like graduation though.
Yes, like I made all these great things. He did have an effect on culture. Well, their culture, whatever it is, the culture. Let's say fashion culture, streetwear, all that thing. Like he did have
music,
everything. He had a touch on everything, and he was strong.
True.
And so I think this is one of those things that, I think I can ride out. And I truly believe that all of this was just him trying to get out of his contracts. This is what I really believe.
That's an interesting thing.
I truly believe he wanted to get the fuck out of his contracts. He had problems with Adidas. Adidas started making one of his shoes in a different style, but it looks like a fucking Adidas. It looks like a Yeezy, but it's an Adidas. And they're selling it in store. So he's watching Adidas make moves, and based on the contract that he signed, they owned everything. So they own his own designs. By the way, like the 350 and everything, it wasn't designed by him, by the way. When you go look at, what's the name? The intellectual property.
Yeah.
They see designer, I think his name was like Mark something or whatever. It was other people that designed. Like,
interesting.
Basically, this is what Kanye does. He brings the best people and tries to make the best out of everything they're creating. You know what I mean?
I get that, yeah.
So Adidas owns all his shit. They've been owning all his shit. Adidas can now start selling Yeezys without the name Yeezy. They can just name it 350 and start dropping it now, stopping any design, any color, anything they want to do with it. And he can't say shit because as part of the contract, they own it.
New from Adidas. 350 cheesies.
So
I'll get those, especially
of course you would.
We got the Cheetos.
He had the problem with Gap
that
we saw it all over. Stupid. All right, he had the problem with Gap, and he wanted to get out of that contract, and now he's literally out of all the fucking contracts.
But half his net worth though.
Well, again, look, did he own it?
But like it's like you're no longer a billionaire.
So what?
Billionaire, it has a B.
So what? Again, it goes back to so what? Would you like to be a billionaire where all your shit is not owned by you?
If I can cash out, then yeah.
Yeah, but your plan is to never cash out. He's trying to die a legend.
He kind of already is a legend.
Yeah, but if you're a legend, you're still living. You don't know you're a legend.
But no, he's living long enough to see himself become the villain. I see that.
Okay, nerd.
Yeah, yo, it's very quotable.
I don't think he's seeing himself become the villain. I think he's seeing himself as that. It's only me now.
But you don't see him crumbling?
It's only me. Kanye West has been like this for the last 15 years. Now y'all have problems?
No. But see, I haven't seen that much of Kanye West.
Oh, really? Because the MTV Awards, that was
Yeah, when
from then it was like this.
الرجال كان شطحة.
But what I'm watching that interview, he was going all over the place. He did.
That's always been Kanye in all his interviews. He's always been all over the place.
Yeah, because
every interview he would call out someone. Remember Lady Gaga for being the creative director of Kodak?
That was a great point that he made.
Yeah.
Yes, but that's always been him.
But no, he literally didn't give a proper like paragraph. There's a tangent, there's a left turn, there's a right turn, there's no conclusion to anything he's saying.
Turks, the only distinction now, it's like it stopped being ha fun. Now it's like, oh, it's concerning. That's the only distinction.
Joe Rogan, when he had Andrew Schultz on, he was talking about Kanye West. He's like, all of us are like plugged in at 5 volts, 10 volts, right? And we have the right amount of energy for our brain to function. He's like, talking to him, I felt like he had 100 volts. And he had a million things going through his head at the same second. And if he thinks of something, he thinks it's for fashion, he stops, he grabs that. And he changes the conversation to fashion because he wants to put this idea in fashion.
Yeah, a creative.
With Lex Friedman, the second he started talking, Lex Friedman said something about being an engineer or whatever. Took out a piece of paper, started writing. They just started writing. Like in the beginning of the fucking podcast. He just thought, okay, I'm going to write down what you said. I like that. So his brain, I do believe, functions at a different fucking level than everybody. And you can say it's bipolar, you can say it's whatever, it's whatever.
That's the question.
Whatever. We do not know.
Is it a gift or is it a medical condition?
We do not know. We always heard that there was a lot of greats that went crazy.
True.
We always heard that.
True.
We never understood why. Could this be us looking at someone who is so great and we were watching him as he fucking crumbles down? We didn't watch Michael Jackson lose his greatness. Michael Jackson just hid from the world, disappeared.
Yeah.
Kanye is going face first.
True. True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is something totally different that we get to see in this world with our own eyes in real time. And we're watching every move, we're watching everything for someone that we know he did so many great things. What's going to happen to him? Why is he doing this? This is why it's a conversation, because he's so fucking great that we care to understand why is he going through this.
But he also sounds fed up.
Yeah, Turks.
He does.
Do you know who Francisco Goya is?
Who is that?
Excuse me.
Francisco Goya is one of Spain's, and personally, he's my favorite painter. He's known for what's called the black paintings.
Okay.
He used to be
just like your soul.
Yes.
Thank you.
No. Have you seen that painting of Zeus devouring his son, where it looks like really weird?
He knows who he is. He just doesn't remember.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. We know.
Yeah. I don't know names. I know faces.
He basically lived in Spain at the turn of the century, when Napoleon invaded Spain at some point.
Yeah.
Like his early career, he painted like bright palace imagery and whatever, and then his mental state deteriorated. He lost his hearing.
Are you talking about Saturn devouring his son?
Yes. That's, you know this picture.
Oh, yeah.
People Google Saturn devouring his son.
Don't Google it.
It's dark.
If it's daytime, Google it. If it's night, no.
Don't go to sleep to it.
Yeah.
And these paintings, the black paintings, are a series of 12 paintings he painted in his attic on the walls of his house when he was basically isolated from the world. I think they found it when he passed away.
Wow.
And these are some of the most beautiful yet horrific images.
It's haunting.
It is. All of those images are haunting. Like there's something off about
with him.
With him and with the images. And this is the work of a guy who's mentally unwell.
So are you telling me this is Donda?
Kinda. It's like, oh, okay, this is incredible, but at the same time, like I'm not sure about the ethics of enjoying this given that I know where it came from and how it was revealed. Like it's fascinating, but at the same time, it's kind of like, oh, gross.
Well, look, there's no doubt about that. Kanye is going through something, and I don't think it's a mental illness. I think it's pain.
It is,
because him switching to a gospel album is him searching for an answer.
Coping, yeah.
You know, this is like if you're religious in any sort of way, the second thing is like hit the wall. The thing you go back to is, God. So I think that was him trying really hard to go back and really embrace it.
Yeah.
And of course, being Kanye, he had to Kanye it with his Sunday service. So like you don't know what's going through, but what you do understand, it's pain and it's missing his mom. Look, I always hate mentioning his mother because everyone keeps pounding that at him, saying, oh, because his mom is not here, because his mom's not here. He's an adult. All of us are going to feel pain. But what he's going through is much greater and is much deeper than we all can actually fathom.
True.
And I wish him all the best. But another thing for all of you Arabs and Muslims who are saying, "Oh yeah, we agree with his Jewish sentiments and so on."
You're not
Could have been
helping.
you.
Yeah.
You're not helping.
Yeah, it could have been you. It could have been you. So you're lucky it wasn't you. Okay, it could easily could have been you. Could have been the target. So thank God he was like 15 years late.
Yeah, it's one genetic tree over.
Literally.
Yeah, it's like, Habibi, any Semitic applies to you, my guy.
Well, thank y'all for joining us for this conversation, and we appreciate everyone. Anyway, next one.
Outro قناة الأولى.
So check it out. I read something. I do not know how accurate it is, so I don't want people to come at me with this.
This is Keys mode, people.
It's not keys. No, it's actually I read this.
They're making a Dragon Ball Z live
I'm
action
sure
movie.
that you also read this. German scientists have.
Here's the thing: when you start a sentence with German scientists, it's usually not a fun sentence.
No.
No, it is. They think. I think they have proven 99.99% that COVID was manufactured in a lab.
Yeah, I saw this.
You saw that?
The ProPublica
Yes.
article. Like, ooh, interesting, spicy.
How do you prove that?
Well,
How do you prove 99.9%?
I didn't really read the whole thing.
I skimmed as well.
But what I understood that is they compared it to other lab generated viruses.
And I think one of it as well, it was the initial first few paragraphs of the article that I read. And they got a special expert in quote unquote party speak in China.
What?
There's a term called party speak. And,
What is RAD?
the political party, the Communist Party of China.
I thought party.
When they use official correspondences, these lab leaks and whatever, they came from a lab in Wuhan, and the correspondences are public knowledge. But you can sift through the data and correspondences and find a thread. When something is messed up, it's not reported as such. It's reported as a challenge that the noble soldiers of the revolution, whatever, are going to overcome, etc. So you can just paint a mental picture of like, something is going on here. So it's like sort of like you're playing detective with language. That was what I thought was really interesting in the beginning. It's a long article. But yeah, probably starting in a lab, unfortunately.
Okay, this is some Joe Rogan territory. I'll give you that.
And also the WHO came out and said, "Yo, masks up,
Again?
mask up." Oh, you didn't see that?
What?
No.
Yeah, they came out and said, "Yo, COVID's coming back. This new strain XBB."
Oh yeah, I heard about
1426 Power Glide.
That's the new Xbox
2000.
model.
Yeah.
It's a jet ski. It's not a fucking virus.
That's the Xbox new model, right?
True, yeah, it
Xbox
is.
Series X and Xbox whatever that is.
You guys are assholes.
No, I heard. Yeah, it's hitting UK and US.
Yes, and I think they found it somewhere here, like close to us, and they were like, everybody should mask up again. Winter's coming.
Okay.
I'm fine with masking up again because I thought like we really took it too loose.
مرة.
Yeah, I feel like it was too much. I think we should have calmed down a little bit, but like we went all out. Do you see? Fine, let's talk about it. Boulevard Halloween.
Yeah,
You see how packed it was?
I didn't see it.
Oh my God, bro!
Really?
I would have died if I was there. First off, amazing turnout.
Yeah,
Everybody came out dressed.
it's the horror week.
Yes,
right.
and so
Halloween
it was
Halloween. Okay.
I know where you're going with this. Horror week.
Yeah.
What? Look at you. Great guy. He's wearing green. Anyway. It was packed. So imagine if one person had a virus in that area.
Yeah.
That's what I mean?
Yeah.
Already, like half the population is like got their ass kicked with the flu.
Bro, I really hope.
True.
We need to
I
be
just
careful.
recovered. Like,
I don't mind going back to masks. I enjoyed it, to be honest. I
of
loved
course
it.
you did.
We all had fun with
I
that.
still have my masks.
Honestly, I kind of just, it sounds horrible. Like I'm kind of nostalgic for the lockdown شوية. It sounds horrible.
Yeah, that's the gamer in you. I know.
Exactly, yeah. It's the
yeah.
introvert in you.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Like, I don't have to deal with people.
Ah.
This is very, very benefit for me.
Shamsi will commit suicide. He will not survive another lockdown.
Yeah, Shamsi used to talk to birds and shit.
Yeah.
he really went over the edge.
I think
I would love to. Oh, when Shamsi is back, I want to revisit this. How COVID changed me.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to.
That's the book?
Yes,
That's the book.
that's the book. Yeah. I want to revisit when he said COVID changed me. I want to see what did COVID do to him now. How did he change?
Did I tell you the prank I did when he got COVID?
No.
I sent him a bouquet of flowers and a cake. I said, I don't know. I know you can't smell this. But enjoy it.
Oh, petty. Beautifully petty.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think what
don't
I said,
change.
I know you can't smell this or taste this, but I hope the family enjoys something like
Oh
that.
my God. Don't change. Please don't change. I have to do things. Apple finally gave up. After many laws that have been passed in the EU, the next iPhones will all be USB-C.
Oh, thank God.
Oh.
Yes, I want to tell you. So congrats on your Lightning, by the way.
Oh, I hate you so much.
Just want to tell you
I
congrats.
hate you so much.
Thank God I didn't buy it. Thank God I gave it away. I didn't get anything.
The question is...
Bedri. Bedri.
Yep.
The question is, a lot of Apple's margins are based on selling those dumb accessories.
Yep.
And the lightning cable.
So
is
what
one
are
of
they
them.
going to find now?
It's not what are they going to find. Are they going to take the poison pill and say, okay, USB Type-C only in Europe? Other stuff, okay, deal with Lightning.
Well, look, Lightning is still going to keep going because he still owns the phone.
Yeah.
They're not going to stop selling it. There's iPads that use Lightning. So I think the
old
iMac
ones.
keyboards, right?
What?
The iMac keyboards.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Yes,
the
the mouse.
Yeah. Too.
I think those also still use it.
But the
So
question,
I still think they're going to be selling it.
they're going to be
I
selling
just think the new models are going to be USB-C.
yeah, that's
Yes.
the question I'm asking. Are they gonna be spiteful and says, okay, only the new models for the Eurozone are gonna be comply with the law?
The cost is too much.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. The cost is going to be too much.
I think they can handle 2 SKUs. I think
I don't think so. Well, no, they can handle. Do they want to handle?
that's the question.
Yeah. Should we just get a cheaper alternative?
Plus, you
Where
got
it
to keep
saves
in
us
mind
money?
the people are still going to be buying Apple USB-C cables.
The iPad Pro is already USB-C.
Yeah,
yes.
already.
Our
Yeah.
Macs,
Thank God.
our MacBooks are also USB-C
Thank God.
and Thunderbolt and whatever.
Like, no offense, but like, I hate the lightning cable. It's fast. It's so,
Here's the funny thing about fucking Apple and their argument. The argument is like, yo, this will stifle innovation. Okay?
What?
The fucking Lightning didn't innovate jack shit for us. All right? It's the slowest
Yeah.
fucking cable that we have.
Innovation.
yeah, it's called proprietary nonsense.
Oh my God, bro. Well, I'm
True.
so happy that we moved on. I have too many cables. And I would love to just have like one cable in the house that I can take it all around the house and I'll be fine.
I invest in so many wireless chargers.
Bro,
What else?
I have a box full of cables. Micro SD, whatever, mini HDMI.
I still carry them with me just in case. Just in case.
You and somehow like the time you leave it at home,
Yeah.
it's the
Yeah,
time that
yeah,
it needs
yeah,
it the most. No, I'm done with that shit. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everyone for pushing Apple. Thank God. What else is on the news, guys? You guys have no idea what's going on.
Tell us what's.
Lucid opened up its first branch in Riyadh.
That was the one in the diary.
I do not know where it is.
I passed it like a couple of days ago, and I was like, "Oh shit! Okay,
Yeah.
interesting."
They launched it last week. We have an official dealership for Lucid. So anyone who wants an electric car, you know where to go. Turks.
Diary Shimali.
To that dealership.
Yeah.
There's a special discount if you go buy a Lucid. Just say pass the Kabsa send us. It's
Yeah.
a 30%
They're gonna
discount.
kick you out. Yeah.
It's
Like,
a 30%.
like Uncle Phil.
Shut up. Shut up. It's a 30% discount. Discount code also Kabsa 22.
Just walk up to the guy. Tell him. Episode 22.
Kabsa 22.
PTK?
He'll take care of you. Oh my God. So,
I really think.
I look forward to it. I need to go pass by.
I'll check it out. I'm gonna have to.
I
بصراحة.
advise you not to check it out.
Dude,
I know your budget.
that's the issue. That's the issue.
I know your budget.
I've been waiting for electric cars for so long, yet they came out too expensive. I don't know what to do.
Can I charge it with my power bank?
Yeah, yes, that's exactly what you can do. Yes, sir. Yes.
I asked a very dumb question because I thought it was funny.
And I gave you a very dumb answer because you're a dumbass.
It was very much amusing to me.
You get a Velcro and you stick the power bank to the outside and just keep it plugged in and go.
and you drive.
Max,
Go.
Max,
Drive.
And it just flops around the ground.
USB-C just going.
MagSafe car charger.
Oh, God.
I hate
You know what you can do?
Well,
If you're losing power, you can get an extended cable and plug in from USB-C in the car to the car
yes, exactly.
to charge your car from the car.
clean energy.
It checks out. It checks out. Like infinite energy. خلاص, we solved it.
You'll never need to charge your car ever again.
Exactly.
You guys never did that as kids? Just get a power extension, just plug it into itself. See what happens.
First off, no toys.
You did.
Yeah.
You definitely did. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah.
Listener number one has been wasting time eating toys when he was a kid.
True.
He is that type of person.
Yeah.
True.
You just bite on toys.
He just lost the weight. Well done.
True. Speaking
Okay.
of,
There's a lot of calories in weight.
true. Speaking of which, apparently, Amazon is got into trouble during the holidays. I think it's July or whatever, because people are buying male-to-male extension cords, and apparently those are massive fire hazards. They don't work. They will explode.
What would you plug it into?
I'm not sure, because like a bunch of dumbasses are like thinking, I want extension cord. I have male, I have female. I'm like, okay, male. It's like, no, that will burn your house down. And like they were showing up pictures online of like Home Depot and wherever, like, if you see this, do not buy it. It will burn your house down.
Of course. Yeah, you're plugging a wall into a wall.
Yep.
What's the...
I'm not an electrician person, man.
Smart homes, they're charging the home.
I think so,
I get
yes.
it. Yeah. Same thing with the USB cable.
And like you can
coming
buy
out of the car. Yeah.
And like the fascinating thing is that you can buy a patently dangerous and like functionally useless product that will kill you.
Why does it exist?
I don't know why.
All right. Can we move on now?
People are gullible, I guess.
All right. Did you guys go to... The Office. The Office came out.
Yeah, it did.
Al-Maktab.
Yeah, Al-Maktab.
On NBC
On
Shahid.
Shahid.
Have you guys seen it?
I saw it on TikTok.
So you didn't see it.
No.
Okay. All right. You can just say no. Shamsi.
He hasn't been here for 2 weeks. I have to fill the role somehow.
Shamsi's spirit still lives on. Okay.
I caught like half the first episode. I haven't finished it yet, but definitely gotta check it out. Gonna finish the whole season.
Yes, and I just found out that it came out from Turks. Just to be honest, before the podcast, I just found out. Well, how about we wrap it up this week so we can talk about it next week?
Yeah. Let's.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna ruin it for you next week. You better fucking finish it before we do.
True.
Spoiler territory.
Watch us. We just watched 3 episodes. Like I know us. How many episodes is it?
I don't know. I haven't checked.
Yeah, spoilers. The boss is annoying. Spoilers.
That's all. Okay.
Have you watched The Office before?
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
being sarcastic. I'm very
Now-
sleepy.
Disclaimer: I've never watched The Office.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay.
I've never watched The Office.
See, here's the thing.
People swear by that show, by the way.
Yeah.
I know. I have a brother that goes up my ass about it every single time I call him.
Literally. Oh. So
He's my brother. That's not how we do it.
I keep it in the.
No. We don't keep it in the family.
Sorry, too much House of Dragons.
We hold it out.
Wow.
Out keyword.
Out, yes. Oh my god.
في أحزاب, there's like the UK office tribe and the US office
I
tribe.
know the whole story. I know everything. I understand the memes. Like all that I get.
Yeah.
I've never sat down and watched a full episode.
See, here's the thing. Every rendition of The Office,
It's its own thing.
yeah, but almost has the same first episode. Beat for beat.
Yes, it's the
But
one.
just like a different baharat.
Yes.
That's about it. From what I've seen from the first half of the first episode, it is going through the same
Beats.
The same beats, yeah.
Here's the thing. The UK office is 12 episodes and a Christmas special. So 13 episodes, one and done. The US office, it kind of got a life of its own. It's like,
Nine
8
seasons.
seasons?
9
9
seasons. Yeah, something.
9 seasons.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I've watched a bunch of it. There's a certain golden period between, like, I want to say season 2 and season 6 where it's like, oh, this is actually really good and worth it. And after that, like,
تسحيب.
Yeah.
Like, خلاص, like, أعطيناكم وجه.
It's all about Steve Carell.
Yeah, exactly.
Steve Carell made that show.
He made that show.
But I'm waiting to see where is the Al-Maktab is gonna veer off the
I have
traditional
no
script.
information how the first episodes go in any of them.
Okay.
So I'm watching it literally with no background.
Okay, hello. So,
So
we have 3 different perspectives.
Exactly. 4 by the time Shamsi gets back.
Model, yes.
If
I
he
want
watches
to
it.
say, I want to
Did
say
what?
7 by the time Shamsi gets back. Because Shamsi is very undecisive.
Oh, okay. That was
All right, like, y'all want to bet Shamsi's not going to watch the whole thing?
oh, of course.
You want to
Yeah.
bet?
I want to.
All right, good. So
Did Shamsi watch The Office? I don't think he watched The Office.
I don't remember
but,
him
anyway.
watching The Office. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll discuss that next week.
We'll check it out.
Before we go off to another topic, you guys did not attend Sneaker and Me, right?
No, I haven't. I missed it.
No, that sounds like a snack.
Sneak me.
Sneak Me. You don't know Sneak Me?
You don't know the sneak
The
me.
sneaker event that we had right here?
No, I'm not. I'm a Zberi and Skechers person.
Okay, so I have thoughts. I want to talk about it like 2 weeks ago. And I keep fucking forgetting.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been to it. I attended the whole thing. And the whole thing, I wasn't there every day, but I saw the whole thing. I went there with the boys. Shout out to the boys. I'm not going to mention your names right now because I might go off on something. So, but shout out to the boys. And so Sneak Me was basically a sneaker convention.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, Sneak Middle East.
Thank you.
Oh.
It was supposed to be, or it was called the biggest sneaker event of the region, right? Maybe of the world. I really have no idea. I wasn't paying attention. But
Was that big?
okay, it was big. It was big. And so I came in as a guy that I've been to all the sneaker cons before they were famous
Yeah.
when I was younger. And understand, how it basically elevated and the evolution of it, of how it became also Complex Con, how all these brands got involved, how it just became to a different level. So I saw the whole thing. I've lived the whole thing. So when I went there, I had a certain expectation as Adil. This is not as the public, just as me, because I understand what it is. So I was looking forward to see how we're going to pull it off.
Question.
Tell me.
I have no idea what a sneaker con entails. Is it just brands showing off or just like people with
The
their
OG
wares?
sneaker convention, it was a fucking warehouse with everyone with their sneakers just selling to each other.
So it started as a swap meet essentially.
Yes.
And now what is it?
Now Adidas is in every single one of them. Nike has a huge booth in every single one of them. There's a whole event that happens where you get questions with sneaker designers, with executives of companies. You get a whole music show. You get rappers. You get everything, like the whole thing all in one.
Yeah.
So capitalism got involved.
Because for me, again, I'm bringing the perspective of a person who is not aware of these things. Like
Yes.
when you talk about any other type of fashion, I can imagine locals or like upstart designers coming in because compared to sneakers,
All the above.
yeah, compared to sneakers, like a shirt or whatever, all the above is easy to design. Like you just need, okay, I'm gonna be a little bit dismissive, but خلاص, you need a sewing machine and guts, whatever it is.
Okay.
Okay.
But sneakers doesn't strike me as something you can just do as an upstart. Like the sunk cost seems a lot more heavy when it comes to other types of fashion and clothing. Like you can't just have a upstart sneaker brand just cause like it doesn't seem
It wasn't upstart. They were reselling sneakers.
Yes, but
It was
I'm saying,
basically all the limited editions that you couldn't get because it was sold out.
yeah, I'm talking about
This is where you find it.
Yeah, I'm talking about now. Are there quote unquote upstart sneaker brands?
There's always upstart sneaker brands, but that's not really the goal of any of them, because when capitalism got involved, you're basically fighting for what the big brands already have. The limited editions that Nike releases. Like I was an idiot that I passed on the Louis Vuittons when I was in London because I thought they looked like shit, and the one that said look like shit is reselling for $200,000.
Reals.
Wow. So
People love shoes.
people love shoes. Yeah. There's a huge market. All the luxury brands turn into streetwear because how powerful streetwear was.
Yes, they follow the market.
So follow the trend.
Okay, lean into the trend.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Mackenzie. Lean into the trend.
Lean into
So anyway, so I came in, I walked the whole thing, and I was super disappointed. I think it was a missed opportunity to put our own touch on the whole thing.
Yeah.
If you saw Soul DXB, you know Soul DXB from the moment that you see it. It has its own identity. It has its own everything. You know what you're expecting from Soul DXB because they did such a great job of branding it. And not only branding it, and how they basically put it together and how they made it feel like it's part of a community rather than this huge event that you attend. And
this seems too clean, essentially.
it's not, no, it wasn't too clean. It was too hectic.
So the opposite.
I spoke to people who were buying. I spoke to people who were attending. I spoke to people who are selling. And everyone has a different point of view of how they see the event. The overall consensus was meh. Keep in mind, one of the things that ruined it, do you remember when the outlet opened?
Yeah.
Yes.
So Sneak Me and the outlet are together.
Sneak Me isn't inside the outlet?
No, it's not inside. It's next to it.
Okay.
It's a section on its own, but they're attached to each other.
So the access was an issue there.
Not only the access, when Sneak Me tickets, when the outlet tickets were sold out, people bought Sneak Me tickets.
Yep.
Because they entered the same area.
Oh.
That's what happened.
Yeah. That's what my aunties did.
There are people who their shoes got destroyed because of the sun, because it was out in the sun.
What?
Yeah. There was a lot of things that happened. There were certain stores that were telling people, listen, it's 30% cheaper online from our website. Just go on our website and buy it. Don't buy it from here.
Wow.
That's what was happening. That's literally what the fuck was happening. And I felt that it was a missed fucking opportunity for us to put our own touch. And I know who to blame here. I don't blame Sneak Me, and I don't know who is handling it, Gia or Salah or whoever it is. I don't blame them. I blame the consultants. The consultants that they chose are the ones to blame here.
Of course.
Because I had conversations. We were supposed to be on Sneak Me. I rejected. Not only did I reject, I did not even fucking reply. Okay? I totally ignored. When I had some people reach out to me and tell me, this is before even the event started, when they would tell me what's going on, when I saw what's happening, because we know people who do things, right? Who actually were there for the event. And they told me what's the layout, what's going on. I was like, oh, no, this is going to be awful. Like, this is really going to be awful. And then when they were telling me, oh, we want to have the podcast on, we want you guys to also do a panel. And I started asking simple questions to figure out how we're going to put this together. And they had no clue.
Yeah.
It was just jamma. I was like, I'm done with this. I'm not even going to touch this. And I didn't even want to go to it. But, the homie came, pulled me through. He's like, yo, let's do this. And we went and we did this. Shout out to the homie. You know who you are. And I really want people to understand this. I see, the boys know about it. Our podcast and decks that are presented to certain commissions.
Yep.
We see quotes from our podcast in those areas. We have consultants that call us to consult with us on projects that they're working for certain commissions or certain areas or certain companies.
Yes, you know who you are.
Oh, yeah, everyone knows who they are. And it always killed me that I'm getting my word across through a consultant that's not one of us, that has no idea what's going on, and he's putting my information out there for these people to follow. And the question was, how long are we going to keep doing this shit? Like, how long are consultants going to take over things that we already know? And when I say we, I'm not talking about only us. This space, when it comes to sneakers, fashion, street fashion, music, it's big. And there's so many people here involved. How come you just can't talk to the people who actually do this shit? We all have a feeling and identity to how we think these things should happen. We don't want it to look like Soul DXB. We don't want it to look like Complex Con. We want it to look something different. We're the ones who want to do it. One of the homies pitched to them his idea of what a sneaker convention is. And he showed me the whole fucking deck in his hand. I saw the whole thing. And he had a great fucking idea how to tackle this. But we're sitting at the mercy of Tony and John, who basically reach out because our people do not believe in us, but those consultants do.
It's an aversion to risk. Ultimately, there is a sense of comfort.
Come on, consultant man, tell me.
There's a sense of comfort when you get the idea from Tony and Sherbet. Realistically, as a person who has been in the consultancy side, I've presented ideas and pitches from my own initiative. It kind of fell in the wayside, but it was when it was repackaged and presented by Suit and Tie Man,
Shabil,
whatever his name is, and now this is interesting. Why didn't we think of this before? I agree with you 100%. Yeah, that's something, a struggle that we're dealing with, and it's becoming less of an issue now because.
Excuse me. For the last 2 years, I've been in every single meeting. I've been in every single video call. Everything that's been happening for the last 2 years, I've been there first. And I sat in those meetings and I'm pitching my ideas and I'm telling them, I'm like, reach out to so and so and so. They're great at what they do. Reach out to so and so and so. The people that know me, a lot of listeners do not know who I am, but the people that really know me, they know how I move. And they know when I come in, I support local, I push for local. There's a lot of people that can come out on their own and say exactly what I have been doing for them. And I never ask for anything back. It's because I do believe that we have the right people that can do the right things. But we sit here waiting for the consultants to tell them what they should hear from us already. You have Pastor Kabsa. You have Jeed with Harmony. You have Sultan with Genek. You have Kamal with Urban Lot. I can go on and on. You have Saud with Bridge. You have Entitled. You have so many fucking people who love this and do this on the regular and understand the value of it. And yet you want the other consultants to talk to us to tell you how it should be done. Doesn't look like this is a problem. This is a real serious issue when the creatives are not reaching the right people to have the right fucking conversation. Because the creatives are looked at as just, you're a local fucking creative.
Yeah, now that you phrase it in that way, but I was perhaps in my own bubble because I work in communications and whatever. That is something I'm seeing less and less and less severity in that. Because ultimately, communications and public relations, etc., it's all based on local insight and local knowledge and local expertise. At the end of the day, like Tony and Sherbil can pitch to me until the day is over, but at the end of the day, I can tell when something is not gonna pass the smell test.
But still, whatever input you're going to give them is going to go through their filters.
Exactly. They're going to be the winners. And the money that was supposed to stay local is going to an international company that's taking it out of our economy. That's what's happening.
And that's
you're not really empowering your creatives and your locals by talking to a consultant agency that's paying us even less than a third of what they're getting. And then they're going out for the big bucks and everybody's basically screwed. Yeah. Your economy, you're taking money out of your own economy. Now, what I'm not saying this is about money. Has nothing to do with money because Rabbi Yishhad, the amount of things I did for fucking free because I just thought it was the right thing to fucking do. But you're hurting our economy. You're hurting our creatives. The creatives are feeling fed up of having to go do these things that you look at and you're like, as someone who loves this, you're like, yo, I'm missing out. The best thing about the whole Sneak ME was the museum and it was Faisal Concepts collection. Mm-hmm. That was the only good thing. Do you know why I loved it? Because I knew a fucking Faisal Concepts had this whole collection. Like I know a guy that was local who loves this shit. He's the one who has this collection. This is why I enjoyed it.
This is where the people who are in it for the long haul you can point them out. Like I'll tell you not a personal experience, but somebody I know very, very well. He came from a consultancy background, and there was what he termed a golden period in this company where they had some of the best and brightest in that particular field, Saudis, young to mid to new entrants, and they were killing it, pitch after pitch after pitch after project after project after project. But the issue was the office that they were pitching at. It was the branch office and the base office was in Dubai. And they looked at Saudi as sort of a piggy bank. But when...
You don't say.
Yes. Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise. And when the guys noticed that, why are the pay raises and the promotions going to Dubai when we're the ones who are keeping the company afloat? Then a big exodus happened. These guys are no longer at that company, and that company, to be quite frank, is a shadow of its former self. Like they are considering closing the Riyadh office.
I really hope they do. Really hope they do. If this is the play, we can't allow that. We as also creatives, we can't allow that. And it's a problem that's on so many levels, even to the point of we should know that if someone's reaching me out for a project like this, I reach out to the other creatives.
Yes.
We have to build that community where we're all trusting each other, not looking at the dollar, but trusting all of us to help build this thing that's for us. Because we all going to benefit out of this being a successful event. And none of that happened. It was a missed opportunity. I really hope next year it's done again and it's done in a way, way better. look, I can sit here for the next hour pointing out every single fucking flaw. I just don't want to. They know what they did. They know exactly how everybody felt. They know what's going on. It's up to them to see what happens. Seriously, there was a lot of missed fucking opportunities to let these things go like this. Seriously, a lot of people came once and they're like, I'm not coming again.
Oh, that's a bad sign.
All the boys that went there, if they had no business there, they went once like, yo, I'm good. And everybody bounced. So, yeah. Oh, good luck on bidding on shoes. Yeah, I close the event, I heard, or some shit like that. I don't know what's going on. Anyway.
How much are the Virgil Air Force Ones going for exactly?
Whatever the price is at 30%. Anyway. Go to questions?
Go on.
Questions.
Questions it is?
Questions it is.
All right.
Question time. Yeah.
Actually, before we go to questions, we totally forgot about Her Royal Highness Princess Reema bint Bendel.
The interview.
How dare we?
How dare we?
How dare we? Hold on, where's my Bluetooth? Oh, my Bluetooth is virtual now? Oh, that's awful. Whoop.
Is that it?
What?
The Bluetooth?
Talk among each other while I get this done.
How are you, Turks? Your hat is very nice.
Thank you very much.
Aww.
It's local because I support local.
Yes.
Yay me.
It's insightful.
It's what?
Insightful.
It is.
I can tell the local flavor.
It speaks to my personality.
It says I'm modern but authentic.
Allah.
You get me.
You do. All that just to set up some Bluetooth
Yeah,
stuff?
I'm connected now. What's wrong with you?
We're dying here.
You guys cannot have a conversation with each other for like 10 seconds.
I'm very sleepy. I'm very sleepy.
I'm dead. Alas.
I'm trying to find, what's the name?
Your hat is green, Turks. I'm trying to keep this going. Tell me more about your green hat.
I don't know.
What shade of green is it? Is it teal?
I think this is called Watan Green.
What's the Pantone?
Hashtag patriotism. I don't know.
No, I'm not done yet.
Dude.
Hey man, it's processing. What am I supposed to do? Keep going with the conversation, guys.
I'm pretty sure he's done. He's just enjoying the hell out of this conversation.
So green.
Do you hear anything? I'm not done.
So green. You know that green is...
the color of grass?
Yes, one of the most comfortable colors to the human eye because it is the color of grass and trees and
Interesting.
nature.
You know what's not the color of grass? Oh.
Hi.
We do not.
I'm here.
Oh, hello.
I'm here finally.
Thank God.
Alhamdulillah, salam.
Oh yeah, you guys can't buy time.
No, I can't. No.
I'm very sleepy.
Well, anyway, Her Royal Highness Princess Reema bint Sultan did this amazing interview with CNN.
She did.
I advise everyone to go on YouTube and find it. There was a couple of points on it. I don't want to go through the whole thing. There's a couple of points that I wanted to discuss.
Kingdom siding with Russia.
There we go.
You know, the kingdom has...
There we go. We'll start with this.
The White House has accused Saudi of siding with Russia. Is the kingdom siding with Russia? You know, the kingdom has a policy of engaging with everybody across the board, those we agree with and those that we disagree with. The relationship that we had with Russia is what allowed us to free prisoners of war, 2 Americans, 5 Brits, 1 Croat, and a selection from other countries.
Facts.
We view our role as a mediator and a communicator. We've supported Ukraine humanitarianly. We have given over 400 million. We collaborated with Ukraine and Poland to give 10 million to allow for the refugees that were coming out of the Ukraine and spilling into Poland a safe landing. That's what we do. That's the value of our engagement. Is it siding with Russia? No. Have you personally...
Okay. Bars.
This is just like, yo, let me smack you real quick, but on the low. All right, yo, this is what y'all think? Let me just tell the way she's speaking as if it's like when like my parents used to speak to me as a child.
Yeah.
Listen, ya Ahmar. Okay?
No.
You are not going out. You heard word for word. You know exactly what's going on. You cannot misread the situation. There was another question that I really want to discuss, which was, I think it was, why do I think it's right here?
Becky.
Yeah. Oh,
I know. Does the kingdom do without a relationship with Washington? Becky, the world can't do without a relationship with the United States of America. Have no doubt.
The way she said Becky.
Right? That's a soundbite.
Like, Becky. Disappointed, right?
Yeah.
Becky. Come on, Beck.
I expected more.
What's wrong, Beck? This is like the highlight for me of the whole thing. Becky.
That's gonna be my ringtone.
Oh, let's continue this.
The United States is the United States. For 80 years, it has been our strategic ally. For 80 years, it has been our partner. You know, I hear a lot of people talk about reforming or reviewing the relationship with the kingdom. And I think actually that's a positive thing. This kingdom is not the kingdom it was 5 years ago. It's not the kingdom it was 10 years ago. So every piece of analysis that existed is no longer relevant. We are a young population. We have young leadership. We have an aspiration and a goal to engage with the world in a way we never did before.
This is sorry for your ears, but this bars right there. Bars right there. Oh, you think we should? No, we need to rethink the relationship.
Let's do that.
Exactly. That's exactly what we need to do. Yeah, we have thoughts. Exactly. And I think it's different now. I think it was amazing. The way she handled was fucking beautiful. Her and Adil Jaber really like tamed the whole US media down.
Yeah, it's basically you're dealing with a population at large who refuses to get the update.
True.
Like you with the iOS 16.
Yes.
Oh yeah, right.
Update your phone, my guy.
You thought we forgot about that.
You're being very American right now.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Adele.
Yo. No, I agree with every word that she said about there. We need to rethink this relationship. We have our own sovereignty. We have our own views, our own culture, our own religion. We have everything our own way, the way we deal with it with our region. You cannot be the one thinking that you still can play like it's 1999 in here. Life is totally different now. And we lived through the whole bullshit that they took us through over the last, 20 years. So, of course, time is different right now. We're not the same country as we were before. We're not the same people as we were before. And the new generation that's growing up right now doesn't have the same mentality as their parents or even their older brothers. True. So it's a different world right now. So we need to rethink everything different.
It's a generation that
evolution.
Yes, it's a generation that is plugged into the world. A generation that knows what it wants. A generation that is both proud of its country, its heritage, its traditions, culture, and aspires to not only compete with the rest of the world, but exceed every single field it is in. Like, no offense, like if that's he's considering stepping on your toes, like fine, we're gonna step on your toes. It's not a matter of us or you. It's a matter of this, like, I'm doing what's best in general.
We're stepping forward.
There's no feeling.
You're being slow enough for me to slip on your toes.
Exactly. Like, we are improving day upon day upon day in every conceivable field. You can't get into your feelings because, like we said, actually, no, we're going to go our way on this.
I don't know, was it Roosevelt or who said that Saudis tell you whatever they tell you in your face is what they say behind your back?
True.
Because we take these things very serious. وكلمة رجال has a value عندنا.
Yes, still does.
And it's always going to have a value عندنا. Except for some of y'all boys need to really change that up. Y'all idiots. But seriously, we take that as a new سمعتنا وكلمتنا. And we don't play with those two.
Yes, any objective reading of history has shown that Saudi has been one of the most consistent and reliable nation states when it comes to its international obligations, its commitment to stability, to just regional engagement. Like, Saudi is, like, Google is there, my guy. We're not saying anything new. We haven't done anything that is quote unquote outside the realm of the expected. You're just like, you're not expecting, you're upset because we haven't bent over backwards because you said so. That's really all there is to it.
Well, very well said. I forgive you now for being yourself.
Habibi. All right. I'm very sleepy. Imagine if I was energetic.
Oh, anyway, questions?
Go ahead.
Anyway, shout out to Her Royal Highness. This is amazing. Let's go. Let's just fly through this. Can the ends ever justify the means? We already did this before. You can find it in one of my old episodes.
Yes.
All right, interesting. My dad is a fighter pilot, and I think it's a really cool job.
It is.
It is.
It is. It really is.
It is a cool job.
Yeah.
One of my boys, his father was, well, actually, I think I have some relatives who are also pilots. But yeah, it is. It's a different thing. It's a different thing.
It's a special thing. You should be proud of your dad.
Yeah, you should be proud because it's a very hard job.
Yes.
It's not easy, especially at a time right now that we're all going through. Like your father's one of the people who is actually protecting our skies every day.
Yes, listeners, I was too scared to put on skates in Alora. So
So imagine taking out a jet.
yeah.
You're by yourself. You're by yourself with a bunch of equipment, trying to figure out, what's going on. You're looking around. It's not an easy job, man. It's not an easy job. So shout out to your pops. I think he's amazing too. I don't think it's an interesting topic, but I think he's fucking amazing.
Yes, shout out to him.
Someone says, too many events way too fast. People are losing interest. Speak for yourself. Who is losing interest? Are you losing interest?
Not really.
Are you losing interest?
I'm an introvert, so it doesn't matter to me.
You're a liar. But you do care at a certain level.
I care about being included.
I am happy for all these events that are happening. I'm not going to all of them, but I'm happy to see everyone going to their own thing and enjoying it.
It's beautiful to see that. I don't know who you are who sent this, but we remember a time when there was no events.
Yeah.
When we had nowhere to go except billiards.
We went to the opening of Chili's as an event. You got to keep that in mind. Yeah. Remember.
I totally forgot about that. That's true.
Oof.
There was no events. Now you're telling me people are losing interest? No.
Nobody's losing interest.
I think there's a lot of events that a lot of people are trying to prioritize what they want to go to. I just flew through that word. Trying to figure out what's their priority. There you go, saved it. Because I'm not going to be interested in all the events, but I'll be interested in a few.
Yeah. Listen, there is enough people. Okay. I see all the events. None of them are empty.
Facts.
Yes.
So, too many events or not, people are still showing up.
The market is being served.
Exactly.
I think be happy that you have so many events that you can't catch all of them. I think it's a great thing.
So much entertainment.
Yeah, back in my...
I keep enjoying myself.
Listeners, I used to be I am an anime nerd. And the idea that if you went back in time 10 years ago and say, there's going to be a Saudi anime con, I would have called you a liar and asked why you're doing in my house.
That's actually true.
Yeah.
Yes, that's actually true. I believe that.
So the fact that I'm not going to go to the anime con, but I appreciate its existence.
Yeah. People have fun in that one too.
Exactly, yes.
Next one?
Go ahead.
Next one.
Oh, we talked about this for the podcast, so I'm coming at you with this one.
Sure.
Any thoughts about Andrew Tate?
Here's the thing. For listeners, a quick recap. Andrew Tate.
Please make it quick.
Yeah, previously on Andrew Tate.
Previously on. Andrew Tate burst into the scene about being this quote-unquote hustler, and he had controversial opinions about gender roles and women. And he was very controversial and inflammatory. He said very politically incorrect things. And he was booted off all social medias. And now he's back into the news because ما تخلني بيت أحد أسلم الرجال.
Yes. Mm-hmm. That's what we're told.
That's what we're told.
He's not أخويا, he's أكي. The difference, ladies and gentlemen.
الله يتقبل منا. إذا هو صادق ونتمنى له الخير. بالعكس, that's something amazing.
Amen.
But at the end of the day, if you're a fan of Andrew Tate in general, really prioritize. شوية مو كثير. Prioritize شوية.
Really? شوية.
Just
prioritize شوية. He's a character. He's playing an act. لا تصدق أنت ثاني بعد.
I don't have no feelings for him, to be honest. I was never interested in anything that he was saying. I always thought he looked like a douche.
That's a character. You aren't.
I'm sorry. He looked like Pitbull.
Yes.
That's the vibe he's going.
Yes. It just didn't click with me. I have nothing against the guy, but I just when I saw him and I heard him talk, I was not interested or intrigued in any way.
There's an interesting phenomenon here because, okay, why did he click with so many guys? If there's anything, there's a conversation in the modern world.
There's no conversation. You spent the last, 8, 9, 10 years or something, even longer, being told that you as a man is not important.
That's the conversation.
That's the
interesting conversation.
But it's not really a conversation. That's what was happening. And there's a lot of guys. Keep in mind, we're not talking about here. We have our own conversations here. But we're talking about what's happening over there in the West. Right?
It's not articulated well. It's basically there's
what he's saying?
No, the whole the grievance of being a man in the modern world, it's not being addressed a lot. And when these people like Jordan Peterson, people like Red Pills and MRAs, and now this guy, he's putting thoughts and feelings into words that not many people, or at least a lot of men, were conditioned to suppress. That I feel it's difficult being a man. I feel that society is putting too much pressure on me. I feel like blah blah blah. My relationship with women, etc. It's. I won't say there's a crisis of being. I won't say it's you're facing a crisis with being a man, but there's a crisis of definitions here. A lot of people in the West, they no longer have a concrete idea of what does it mean to be truly a man or truly masculine.
And other ones feel like their manhood is being attacked.
Exactly.
And this is why people, when they see someone like him, they're like, yo, he's speaking the things that I believe in.
I want to be like him.
I want to be like him. I want to support him because us as men need to come back to being men. Like, there's no middle ground here for some weird reason. But anyway, that's none of our business. But the way he came on the scene was disgusting. That's how I see it.
Yeah, he's saying inflammatory things.
Yeah.
He's clearly saying with shock value. And here's the thing. The guy is very funny in a like, I can't believe you just said that type of way. He's like, if you listen to his appearance on Your Mom's House podcast, he's actually really funny. But you can tell he is playing a character because you see him break character and like he smirks and laughs. So it's a character. The problem, from my humble perspective, is that people on the left took him way too seriously. They gave him way too much credit for what, and you sort of turned him into a monster when he was just kind of playing a bit. Now you made it into sort of a self-fulfilling prophecy. When you cancel somebody, he can play the victim card.
Yeah.
أميت الباطل بالسكوت عنه. That's really all. That's the simplest thing. You can't put the whole world on blast and put him under a microscope because you don't agree with him and he should be cancelled. You're kind of self-perpetuating this cycle.
You're shedding a light on him.
Yes, exactly. And the new guy is going to come. He's going to do the whole thing all over again. It's the same thing that's happened with Jordan Peterson. They tried to cancel him super hard and it sort of backfired.
How does he sound like again? That's enough. That's all I wanted. Yeah.
All right. Anyway. Meh. Let's just put out meh.
Yeah.
Can we say meh?
Yeah.
الله يوفقه.
Meh. All right.
الله يوفقه.
All right then. Next one.
الله يتوب عليه.
I mean, next one.
Next
Go
one.
ahead.
Art makes us historians.
What?
Art makes us historians. Do you believe in that?
Art makes us historians.
Yes.
Art is a way of preserving history. In a sense.
And just like a tweet.
Yo, I love you.
Tweet is art.
No, I love you.
A tweet is art.
Stay the same. Don't change. Okay?
But what depends.
You're
on,
not lying. NFTs made that happen.
True.
NFTs made that happen.
It is.
Blame it on NIFT.
It is. Yeah. Monkey JPEGs.
Yeah, art is a way of preserving history. Art is always a product of its time and cultural context. Salvador Dali can only happen in the turn of the century, in a post-WW2 era.
WWE SmackDown.
I'm very sleepy. My brain said, listen, number one, say World
Dali
War...
and The Rock, that was a really important interaction.
My brain said, say World War II. My brain didn't listen to me because I'm very sleepy.
The problem with art in history is the winner is going to basically give you the right art.
Yeah, true.
Because he's going to rip off all the other arts and make sure that history is only going to understand one thing.
I don't think you're using the word historian correctly here.
I don't think that means what you think it means.
Yes.
What is a historian?
What is an art?
What is a historian? A historian is art.
Historian is art. Like a tweet.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen. Can we go on?
Isn't a historian a person who
what's the name?
Who histories?
Who histories? Yes.
Who reflects history.
Yeah.
Who write things down? I'm very sleepy.
What's the word? What's the word in Arabic? There's a word from Arabic.
مؤرخ.
Was it مؤرخ?
Yes.
I think it was مؤرخ.
It's a literal translation.
المؤرخ يؤرخ. التاريخ.
Because we're sleepy. How about we just go to the
Next one, please.
Next one?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Best way to unwind after a long day. I can tell you. I can draw the scene for you.
Draw the scene.
All right. Come back. This is all for male and females.
Okay.
I'm sorry, men and women.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And in between. I don't know what you are in between. And pets. Come back home. Take a shower.
Of course.
Unwind. Get dressed. Not dressed. robe, pajama, something comfortable.
Rope. Silk.
With something with circulation.
Yes.
If you are a woman, get something silk. If you are a man, no matter what happens, it has to be short. Okay, because it looks funny. Trust me, it looks hilarious.
It does.
لازم كراهات.
Of course, damn. Karo hat, man. That's Jeet.
Yes.
Anyway, and then you go get yourself a bottle of Rex's 100% certified halal Saudi champagne. You need the Saudi champagne.
You do.
You do.
You do.
Pour yourself a big ass
With
gulp.
with the apple slices. Yeah.
A punch bowl.
Don't say a punch bowl ever again. How are you going to drink it when you by yourself? Anyway, next.
Everything is possible with determination.
You sit down, light up a cigar. Also, men and women. Okay. Get yourself a good cigar. Like, a Cohiba. Cohiba is nice,
A Cubano,
Light up your cigar. Put on pasta Kabsa.
of course.
Sit there and just enjoy your day. That's how you unwind after a long
and
day.
imagine
That is the playbook.
Yes.
That is the playbook.
Yes.
That's what we always do, right, guys? Shut the fuck up. That's what we always do after we come back from a long day at work.
Yes, yes. And
We watch ourselves.
Yes, and
No, I'm not going
yes,
there.
and imagine how handsome listener number one is.
Yes.
Imagine.
Just imagine.
Just imagine.
Imagine with his head and the different time zones.
My normal size head. My normal size head that is proportional to my body.
I'll tell you what. Give him that hat.
It won't fit.
It won't fit. No.
It won't fit.
Then I'm done.
We tried it.
Dude, we tried it. We tried it.
Yes.
Yes.
I have a picture of it, by the way.
It was the strap, listeners, was holding on to dear life.
The strap there was no strap. It was loose hat.
It was.
The atoms of the strap were touching, so technically it was closed.
Anyway, there's no way to unwind after work.
There is.
Because you hate your co-workers.
I unwind
You
with.
get home and just starfish fall into the bed.
And then wake up and go to work again.
Exactly.
Okay, wow.
Unwind with
Rinse,
coffee and
repeat.
video games. Coffee and video games never hurt me.
All right.
Some video games hurt me. Coffee definitely hurt me. But,
True.
Oh, by the way, this Tuesday, November 1st, there's going to be an event in Jeddah. Shout out to Sense for reminding me by putting it over here.
What's the event?
Excuse me. It's going to be at Hay Jamil, Jeddah, at the new homegrown market. Galag, Proud, Sense,
Oh,
all the boys are going to be there. So if you are in Jeddah on Tuesday, November 1st, please make your way to Hay Jamil, homegrown market. All of Sense's stuff is going to be there. You can finally see it for yourself. Yeah. If he has anything left, because I know he's been selling like crazy, man. Shout out to the boy. I'm so proud of him.
Shout out to him.
shout out.
So if you're in Jeddah, please Hay Jamil.
يستاهلون.
Get ready for
Give
whole
Sense a
new
hug for me. Just say this from Adil.
wardrobe.
Let him make it awkward for him. Anyway,
Yeah, make it like 20 seconds long.
yes, the longer the better.
Yes.
Next one.
It's whisper. This is from Matt.
Just and say to his ear, Lemma Man says hi.
Wow. Do not say that in his ear. There's a lot of questions, guys, and we're really exhausted.
Yalla. Last one.
I got my second wind.
This is a good one. What's the worst style choice you've ever made? Turks,
What? Shoes?
what's the worst style choice you've ever made?
I got
See, I directed this very, very quick because I know you ain't got shit. All right? And my style of choice has always been the same.
Yeah, the worst thing I got was like socks and Crocs.
Oh, look at
socks
you.
and Crocs.
No, Turks went through many phases.
Dude. Yeah.
He was in the mafia at one point. He was.
Oh, you were about that life.
Yes, he had a cane.
Yeah.
Really?
Were you the
But
one?
that wasn't the worst.
Hold on, were you the one that had the cane that had a knife in it? Was it you?
Yeah.
There you go.
كان عندي
Yeah.
غدارة.
Yes.
Yeah. College took that, but yeah.
Of course they would. That's a weapon.
Yes.
You can't have a weapon on campus. Why are you surprised?
Common sense.
I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense
Fedoras.
in hindsight.
Fedoras.
That wasn't the worst. No, the worst was Ed Hardy t-shirts.
Oh,
Oh.
I don't blame you.
Yeah,
I don't blame you.
So
I was fat and they were tight.
remember,
They were V-necks.
No, that's exactly what it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
So you fit the mold. You fit the mold.
Yeah. Literally
Of-
mold.
of the regular
A
Russian
literal mold for
techno club hopping millionaire.
Yep.
Turks, remember that episode of Seinfeld where Kramer was rocking the fur coat and hat and cane?
Yes.
And he was mistaken for a certain profession?
Yes.
A pimp.
Yes. Did that happen to you?
Nah,
I mean, I wasn't mistaken.
he was mistaken.
I was about that.
You were,
I'm about this every day, son. Every day.
are you
Every
born
day.
in it?
One
this
glove,
We were
Johnson & Johnson powder every day.
we were the hoes. We didn't even know. He'll just walk in and just smack us and say, "Where's my money?"
He enters the room and says, "My name is a Turk's name Slickback."
No, doesn't say anything. He just walks
I didn't
in.
get that.
"Where's my money?" Bah!
The Boondocks.
They would give me money, so you know.
And that's how I survived college. Oh my god, bro! This is the opposite of OnlyFans. This is only men.
Only admirers.
There we go. Ooh, there we go. Let's trademark that real quick.
Yeah, that's the classier version.
Well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you all for all your amazing questions. We're looking for an exit right here.
Yeah,
All right,
please.
So
Let's close with a deep one.
okay, dead weights on your team.
Oh
Should we just skip over that?
no! It's I've as a person who's seen that.
Who's a dead weight?
That no. My head is very much alive.
You'll never sink, my guy.
Yes.
You will never sink.
Yes. Thank God.
You will.
You can tell when somebody. You can tell when somebody is there لتكميل عدد, specifically in the workplace. My guy, if you're in the workplace and you're part of a team and nobody asks you to do anything, that's not because they want to do all the work, it's because they don't trust you.
Yeah.
So consider that and reevaluate yourself based on that. If you're not being asked to do work, you're probably the dead weight.
Yeah.
So that's a quick listener number one tip for you.
Oh, look at you. Very professional.
Professional.
But what is the problem when the dead weight doesn't know he's a dead weight? See what I mean?
Yes, the dead weight. When
So you can say that. You can easily say, "Yo, if someone is not giving you work, then no one wants to fuck with you."
It's up to them to figure that out.
At the end of the day, your relationship with the dead weight, your relation with the dead weight is what plays a role. If you're his manager, take him on the side. Never, and again, this is from a person who's seen it. Never reprimand him in front of the team.
And you should never do that.
Of course.
No, because some people do that because they think that's a power play, and that's like really messed up.
We had this conversation before that some people do not know how to be managers.
Yes. Take him to the side. Say, "You have line عليك 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need to improve 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Be very succinct, very professional, very detached, as a matter of fact. And if he gets defensive, let him get defensive. But at the end of the day, you've set your piece. But if you're his colleague, do your job to your best of ability and what your capacity allows you to do so. And when things hit the fan,
The truth
always does.
present itself.
and it always does, it will be self-evident.
Yes, exactly.
People will know who is pulling their weight and who's not.
Yeah, but again, I still go back as from my experience, from having business partners to having employees, having people who come to me for certain things. A lot of people do not understand that they're the problem. That's basically it. They don't see the problem that you see.
Self-awareness isn't as
keep in
common
mind,
as you think.
to some people, the result of what's happened to them at work is a consequence of what happens before work, the night before. So some people are leaving their homes where they're not actually happy, and they go into a workplace and their life is already going some sort of way, or they feel some sort of way. So it's kind of hard for them to kind of manage both worlds. So to them, yo, I'm going through shit. If I'm at work, I'm still going through shit.
At the end of the day, you can tolerate that up to a degree.
You, as a business owner, can tolerate that up to a degree. What if it was friendship?
Never go into a business with friends. That's my hard.
That's a different conversation. But we're talking about if the same thing, if you have a friend who is basically dead weight and there's no value to have him around. He's a friend.
This is in a purely personal context.
No, I'm asking a simple question. Because I went through it. I have friends that were basically
stuck in their ways.
They're watching, so like they know how I feel. I already told them before that there's no fucking value to be around you. Everything that I'm trying to do, you bring a negative spin on it. Everything that I'm trying to reach, you tell me, yo, why you putting yourself through this? You have been nothing but negative around me.
Where
and you haven't. Not only that, you've been so negative around me, and at the same time, your life there's no positivity in it whatsoever. You're not moving anywhere. You're not evolving. You're not doing anything. You're static, and you're kind of trying to make me static. You get what I mean?
I get what you mean, but whatever sparked that relationship, that friendship, if that's still there, like a shared sense of community, a shared sense of, I don't know, like values, humor, whatever. If you, and my point where somebody is dead weight is when you no longer enjoy or seek out their companionship. That is if they're at different stages of their life, that's their own thing. Like if I'm married and have kids and he's still single and messing around, just doesn't know where he wants to be in his life, that's his problem, not my problem.
Yeah, that's something totally different.
But that's what I'm saying. If
A
he's
dead weight on your team, it means he was at one point a valuable player.
not necessarily
Or at one point you perceived that he was going to be a valuable player. That's why he's on your team,
true.
right? But when they reach the part when you feel like that these people are not on the same page as me, or they're not moving the way that I thought they were going to move, you start having to make decisions in your life or in your job based on those things. And to a lot of people, they don't understand that they're dead weight. It's very hard to know that you're the problem.
Yeah, because complacency is comfortable.
That is a fucking fact.
True.
Complacency is
Bars.
very comfortable. Coasting is very comfortable. And the idea of being out of your comfort zone is a cliche for a reason, because it's really difficult to get out of your comfort
Oh,
zone.
that's a fucking fact.
And we hear that a lot because you will meet so many people who are inside their comfort zone and not aware, and that's something that's holding them back. I'm a person who, by the very virtue of being on this podcast, I am outside of my comfort zone.
That is true.
In a big way.
Mm.
And that's something that I find exhilarating, but still like kind of scary. But I'm pushing through it because to me there's a significant value and release in being part of this podcast.
Keep in mind that when you say part of this podcast, you're not talking only about talking on the podcast. You're talking about the other things that we do behind the
Exactly.
podcast. The events that we attend, the people that we go meet. So I agree. As a whole package of what the podcast is, this is nowhere near your comfort zone. But you push yourself.
And I like to believe I bring value.
Keep believing.
Yes, hope springs eternal.
Keep believing that you might have value.
I might.
Just
I might
believe in the might.
I might manifest it someday.
So always manifest, as Diddy once said. Anyway, so you coming out of your comfort zone to do something that you never thought you were going to do, right? But at the same time, you understand because it's so different. You pay attention. You read the room. You understand what's going on. That's not dead weight. You came here, like, we always wanted you to be here. But we always knew, like, we're trying to find the right time to bring you along. Because you're such a dark person.
Amen.
Dark.
Amen.
Like a black hole.
I'm joking. But you understand where you are. You always read the situation. That's always been you. Even if you're in a place that you're not comfortable, you're always reading the situation, trying to understand what's happening, where you should be, or where you should stand, or what you should do. A lot of people lose that. They become so comfortable that they feel like this is just the same tape replaying over and over again. So to them, hey, I missed 3 deadlines. I've never gotten a warning or fired. What is it if I miss another 5?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That comes to your own personal character as well at some point. If I've been raised on the whole thing of 2 things. كلمتك واحدة ولا تسود وجه الناس.
This is easier said than done.
Yes, easier said than done, but
do you know what I believe in that? I believe the effort in doing that. If you make the effort to do that, that's more than enough for me. As long as you're making the effort. You know, I can't expect you to be 100% every time. I can't be 100% every time.
Nobody can.
Nobody can, right?
You're going to have your off days.
As long as you are putting in the effort, you'll be perfectly fine. Like that's me. Even my management style. If someone is not living to their full potential, but they're making the effort and I see the value, I'm okay with that. But if I don't see the value and I don't see the effort, I think there's a lot of people out there that are looking for jobs that deserve this paycheck more than you.
Yes.
That deserve this position more than you. It could help propel their career to somewhere else. It could build them to do something different in their life. So why am I stopping my own success and other people's success because I need to feel some sort of way because you are feeling some sort of way.
Yes, listeners, I'll give you a very uncomfortable truth. You know your job. There's somebody out there who wants to do it, who can do it better, and is willing to do it for cheaper.
Yep.
That is the unfortunate reality.
I always tell, like, my people, always remember that you're replaceable. All of us are.
You are.
We're all replaceable.
You are replaceable.
None of us are going to be static in one place or do the same thing over and over again. You have to change your life. If you think where you are is comfortable because of my existence, like Abdullah Sadi Shay, everything is replaceable.
Yes.
I get replaced. And then the life that you thought you had could change on you. Like, there's a level of thinking to these things that is, you have to go through some bullshit in your life to begin understanding it. A lot of people, their life is very comfortable, you know, especially I see with new employees. The parents are buying them the car, you know, there's his first job. He still gets a paycheck from his father while he gets his own paycheck. So they don't understand when someone tells them, yo, you really fucked up and you're going to get a warning for this. Because they've never faced that ever in their life.
I've come from, alhamdulillah, in a very privileged background. Privileged-ish. What is it?
No, there's no word for what you went through.
Yeah, I'm trying to be.
I'm gonna just put this right here and let people understand for themselves.
Yes.
All right, keep going.
I've never asked for help because I won't say like I don't need it. At the end of the day, I can be very comfortable and with the fact that if I need the hookup, it's there. But part of my motivation for like forging my own path, like every single job I got by my own merit. I've never gotten a quote unquote defa or whatever, a push, whatever that might appear to you. Because I believe at the end of the day, even if you did get that hookup, you are still expected to perform at a certain level. The hookup is never free.
Oh.
That's something, another thing you need to learn the hard way. The hookup is never free.
Yep. If I'm hooking you up, someone's asking me for something.
Yes. The hookup is never free. If you mess up, that reflects poorly on you, the person who pushed you, and it will basically be a black mark that will chase you around.
That's a fact.
Here's the thing. إذا أنت تجيب العيد في الشغل, if you are fired or you misperform or mismanage, trust me, they'll get around.
It's normal.
It's normal.
You'll grow the fuck up. It's perfectly normal. I've been fucking terminated. I've been given warnings. Thank God they can't do shit. Now I do it to people. So I know how it feels. So I know when I tell someone, yo, I'm going to give you a verbal warning, I know what does it sound to them. When I say I'm giving you a written warning, I know how it sounds to them.
Yes.
Because I've been through it. So if I'm warning you, I'm explaining to you to the smallest detail why you got that warning. For you to understand how to avoid doing this again.
Yes. And if you got a written warning, that means like, yo, you better watch out.
Mm-hmm.
It's like another rule. People don't reprimand you unless you really messed up or you really need to get your stuff together fast.
True.
Because if you got to the point where مديرك ماخذك على جنب يقول عليك كذا وكذا وكذا وكذا, that means like
you already pushed it.
You've pushed it for a while now. It's not something a one-off.
Yeah.
And you need to pay your dues. And specifically, if you have a bad track record, your capacity for messing up is non-existent. But if you have a proven track record, you've been in the company for years, you've shown that you're consistent, you're not perfect. Nobody's asking for perfection. But again, speaking from my own personal experience, because I've demonstrated in my job that I'm consistent and reliable.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm, let's say, for some reason, oversleep for whatever, people are like, oh, he overslept. It's fine.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
But if you oversleep every day, تدخل المكتب ساعة واحدة ثنتين, when you're in your probation period, people are gonna act up. Like the probation period, again, this is another piece of advice. The probation period sets the standard for what you do for the rest of your career at that place.
True.
If you're not on your best behavior at probation, and if you're not at a level that you can keep up, you're gonna be into problems, my son.
Yeah, it's a 3-month first impression.
Exactly.
Make it count.
Anyway.
How did we get here?
I have no idea. But I'm glad that we got here. We let that out of our system for no reason. And we get to leave out. I was looking for an exit. Shout out to everybody with questions. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We have a lot of other questions. We might just push it to next week. It is 3 in the morning tomorrow. We should.
Migrate those questions.
We'll think about it.
I like him fresh.
Same here.
Khubz.
I'm very sleepy.
Now you're back to it. You just give us a whole monologue.
Yes, that expended my energy.
Well, anyway, I'd like to thank everybody for joining us. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Thank you, boys, for being here. Yeah. Thank you, listener number one, for being here also.
I love you, Adil.
Please subscribe and donate money to Hassan on our behalf.
Okay, yeah, please do. Please do.
نحتاج الحسنات يا جماعة الخير. You saw this podcast. We need some help. So in our name, donate. Don't give us money. Just donate in our name.
Yes, donate in our names just to.
And your name is
listener number one.
Okay.
Just to cover up the cursed video group that I keep sending to the boys.
Yes, please.
There's not enough charity in the world.
We can hope.
No, there's no hope in this. This is a fact. Anyway, thank you for your darkness. Thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you, Turks.
Thank you. Peace.
We'll see everybody next week. I guess, maybe.
Peace.